A theme park. Often, all you hear are the terrified screams of adults and children racing down roller coasters and other theme park rides. Thankfully, most of the time, they're having some harmless fun, and there isn't anything to worry about. Yet sometimes, theme park rides can become so wild and risky, you wouldn't even believe it.
Okay, so that video that they're showing currently is an edited video, and that would of course not be allowed to operate in real life.
Unless these moments had been recorded. Whether it's walking on wobbly steps hundreds of feet in the
That is not an amusement park ride.
air, riding extremely crazy roller coasters that seem too dangerous to be true, or
They may look dangerous, but they're not dangerous.
swinging over cliffs, we have you
That ride that swings over a cliff is basically a Planet Snoopy ride, but over a cliff.
covered. Today, we're showing you 40 of the most dangerous theme park rides caught on camera.
What do you mean caught on camera? You could have said most dangerous accidents caught on camera, but not most dangerous rides caught on camera. That just doesn't make sense.
Oh, I'm soaked!
But before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so we can continue providing you with remarkable videos full of incredible sights. Let's get started.
Not a theme park ride.
Number 1. How does swinging on the tallest booster theme park ride in the world sound? This video shows a bunch of terrified people strapped into seats connected to both ends of a huge pole and swaying wildly up.
It says that this is the most deadly roller coasters, and we're starting off with a flat ride. That's not a good sign.
Up and away. They even boost through a wall of blue smoke. Now that would be disorienting.
That is not smoke, it's steam.
Meanwhile, a bunch of kids watch from underneath while playing on a much less intimidating ride. Which one would you prefer?
I would probably do both if I were at that fair.
Number 2. I got shivers looking at this
That was a sped up video.
one. This roller coaster creeps up a twisted frame of metal before turning and getting...
Twisted frame of metal? That's a heck of a sentence. It's not a twisted frame of metal. It's a zero-G roll, a heartline roll in the air.
fast.
On track.
The people strapped into this ride must be feeling some serious butterflies in their stomachs because at the top of the roller coaster, they end up upside down.
Oh my gosh, this roller coaster goes upside down? That's so crazy.
Before the ride flies down the loop and they end up back where they started.
That is not a loop, it's a heartline roll. That just makes me so angry.
Phew. Number 3. In the remote mountains of China, there's a famous water...
China? You mean the country that has no safety laws whatsoever?
That zips through the beautiful scenery. The catch? It has a glass bottom. This adds a...
Oh my gosh, it's just as safe as a metal bottom, like on any other water slide.
thrill and sense of danger to the ride as you see the ground fall away.
It's supposed to feel dangerous so people will ride it, but it's not dangerous because it would be illegal if it was.
Beneath you as you rise up and drop down through the jungle. Wow, doesn't it look awesome? Keep your fingers crossed the glass doesn't break, or you might end up as a tiger's lunch. Number 4. At first glance, I thought everyone in this confusing theme park ride was going to crash into each other, but
That's a Zamperla nebulous, and that is not dangerous, and also it's cloned to death. Even my 8-year-old brother rode that when he was 7. That's how safe it is. Like, if you're gonna be as much as a wuss not to ride it, just know that my 7-year-old brother could ride it.
in fact, the seats have been designed to swing past each other without touching. It looks kind of like a puzzle that needs to be solved somehow. But once you're strapped into this ride, there's nothing you can do but close your eyes, feel your stomach dropping, and hope you get off the ride in one piece.
You will. There's been no reported accidents on that ride model.
Number 5. Green grass is overrated. How would you like to go sliding down some rain?
The ride is not called Green Grass is Overrated. I don't know the name, but I already know it's not called Green Grass is Overrated.
Rainbow-colored grass instead. That's exactly what you can do on this theme park ride, as you can see in this video. It doesn't seem very safe.
That doesn't even look like it's at a theme park. That looks like it's in the middle of a farm field.
All you have is a plastic seat and a path made of grass. Off you go.
Oh my god, you could get so injured on grass.
What if you accidentally steered your seat off the track? Looks
Well, that's your fault if you steer your seat off the track.
scary to me, but at least you can race your friends down, as there are multiple racetracks down the slope for many people to ride at the same time. Now that would be fun. Number 6. This video made my legs shaky just watching it. You need a...
I don't even think any of these have been roller coasters, yet some of them aren't even at theme parks.
lot of balance to be able to do this shocking attraction. Strapped in by a harness, you can see the scared
I would do it.
girl walking along moving wooden planks above a huge drop. They're only attached by rope to the top wires. And don't they look so unstable? One wrong move and you would fall so easily off the walkway. Here's hoping the harness is strong
But there's a harness, so you won't.
enough to catch you, as it's a long
It is. That's crazy, right?
way down. Number 7. You need a strong stomach for this ride. Each person on
I rode one at Kentucky Kingdom, and it was pretty fun, but my mom did kind of get sick.
the swinging star ride gets locked into a seat on the end of a long rope.
Not all of them are called Swinging Star. The one that we rode is called Skycatcher. And also, I've seen a different one, Kentucky Starflyer, and there is some of a very similar model that goes by the name of Kentucky Starflyer. Oh wait, no. It goes by the name of Windseeker.
Connected to a star-shaped ring around a huge pole. Then they get lifted into the air and the star starts spinning, meaning add their hair and sit down for a minute before going on another ride. Number 8.
Boy,
They get higher and higher. Then they get lit person on the swinging star ride gets locked into a seat on the end of a long rope, connected to a star-shaped ring around a huge...
okay, so that video is edited and it is actually a drop tower. The seats do not come out like that because if it was, it would be dangerous.
Not chicken nuggets and chicken
So they stay attached and it's just like a normal drop tower, and when they're going down, it's
And a
also
burger?
sped up.
pole. Then they get lifted into the air and the star starts spinning, meaning every person in their seat is spun at crazy speeds around and around. They get higher and higher before they're slowly let down, probably feeling like they need to redo their hair and sit down for a minute before going on another ride. Number 8. This is the world's...
Not a theme park ride. Next.
See anything? Number 9. Who knew that jumping between planks over a massive drop with a mask on would be a bad idea?
He has a harness, so your question about how strong the harnesses are is answered right there.
Consider this guy who couldn't see anything and ended up falling off the planks. He managed to grab hold of the step but was barely able to get a grip with his fingers. Luckily, someone was right there to save him and stepped in with a ladder so he could climb back up. Phew. Number 10. This tiny little roller coaster is set on a rickety old track through the mountains and doesn't look very...
Whatever this is something called a mountain coaster, not a roller coaster, and this is not at a theme park. Next.
next to other scared but excited thrill seekers and just drops you. You have to see it to...
Drop towers are very common, and they are at every theme park I've been to.
believe it. How crazy does it seem to you? You have to hope that the ride stops before you crash into the bottom. I can't even imagine what it would feel.
No ride like that has ever crashed into the bottom, and the only time it has is in third world countries.
Like to be on this theme park ride.
And this is an ad, but luckily I will skip it.
Number 12. Japan is home to some of the most unique and crazy theme park rides in the world.
If you think Japan has crazy rides, I don't know if you've been to the United States yet.
And this is one of them. The roller coaster shoots down into a hole in the floor and speeds underground with flashing lights all around you. 1 minute, you're out in the open air. The next, you're racing underneath the floor. Now that really would be disorienting. This ride...
A bunch of coasters do that, just like Anaconda at King's Dominion.
...is not for the faint-hearted, that's for sure. Number 13. If this weren't recorded, you wouldn't believe it. This ride spins you around and around while...
I've ridden a ride just like that. It's called Delirium at Kings Island. And also, I use that ride in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 all the time.
Taking you up and down at the same...
That installation is max air at Cedar Point, as I could tell by Raptor being in the background.
Time. With your body spinning in all directions, how would you even focus on what's going on? Your feet are even dangling off the chair and would be flying around wildly. You better...
It's a dangling coaster. Dangling coaster. Yeah, that's a clip from Insane Coaster Wars.
Tie your laces tight before getting on this theme park ride. Number 14. Have you ever wanted to fly? That's what it feels like when you do a bungee jump off this bridge in Russia.
Not a theme park ride. Next.
Sometimes, all we need is to be scared out of our wits on a terrifying roller coaster. That's exactly how the people on this ride feel. Named the Devil Coaster, you slowly rise up a vertical track.
That is sped up. You showed that same ride earlier in this video. This one is just a clone of that ride. Like, what? Like, what's your logic here?
Before twisting and turning as you speed.
That's a Cobra roll for a completely different coaster.
Down the loop and do it all again. This really would have you wondering if...
Again with the loop, that's not a loop. By the way, that is Top Thrill 2.
The ride was worth losing your voice from screaming too much. Number 16. Like most of the clips in this video, you have to see it to believe it. If you like twisting and turning rides, this is the roller coaster.
That's sped up, and I've ridden a clone of that. It's Batman at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. That is sped up, and I could confirm that you would get whiplash if it went that fast.
For you, it dips and peaks at thrilling speeds, all while flipping your seat upside down and all around. This is the opposite of a gentle ride, that's for sure. Number 17. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to ride Hagrid's magical motorbike from Harry Potter? This exciting roller...
I did not ride that ride and instead marathoned Velocicoaster. You know why? Because the line was 200 minutes.
Coaster allows you to live out your wizard fantasy and zoom through the air on a motorbike. Instead of screaming with fear and enjoyment, try yelling out your favorite spells and you'll truly feel like a real witch or wizard.
If somebody in the row in front of me was doing that, I would just laugh so hard.
Number 18. What do you get when you combine a spinning...
So that's a top spin, and it's at most parks around the world. Not a roller coaster. Next.
Down a metal slide, right? This ride seems to have no...
This looks like the same slide, just a longer and faster version that you would find at the playground. Like, I don't like how people think that, like, a ride... That's a slide. That's not even a roller coaster or a theme park ride. Next.
Ride. It starts off simple as the roller coaster starts to fall down.
Not a roller coaster. Next.
Discover new Dove Whole Body Invisible Cream, a new whole body deodorant that's
Continue providing you with Is It Too Cold as starts to fall down the Is It Too Cold. Continue providing you with amazing YouTube content.
So that is the last one, and let's see the comments in this ride. Half of these are not even rides.
Adidas.
I love how this guy is living under a rock. I can't believe all these hate to break it, but most of them are fake. And most are not even coasters.
Hey.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that
Hey,
video.
Sugar,
I will
those
continue
freestyle machines always look
debunking
like they have so
these
much
videos.
carbonation.